Karnavatu Karnau Bhunaktu Sahavīryam Karavāvahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadguru Brahma Vittaram Sadguru Brahma Vittaram. Sruti Smriti Puranam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Yeah. See, the particular portion that we are now going to do very clearly says why you need this at all. Is it not enough if I try to make my resources, through my resources, what best I can, things that I need for my life and for my family? Also, why should I worry about certain things which have not even occurred to me? The problem of bandha, moksha, spirituality do not occur to me. I am comfortable. Yeah, I do have some challenges now and then, but I can go through them. I can come out of them. Otherwise, I accept them. Normal common sense. I make the best of what I have for my family and all that. Why do I need this? So, that is the subject matter where we are going to enter into this text. Sri Shankaracharya says, what can I tell you? If you are catching a crocodile, trying to cross the river, which can anytime swallow you, and somebody is guiding you from the other shore, And you ask him, why do I need anything? I am comfortable. I am crossing the ocean. I got some hold on this raft. You think the crocodile is the raft. Why do I need your suggestion? Why do I need your advice? Why do I have to struggle? Something unknown. He is bound to be swallowed by the crocodile en route. There is another example given in Vivekachudamani. This is come in Bhagavatam also, the same style. When Putana plays her tricks. The normal example in Vedanta is you take the rope to be the snake and get frightened. In this context, Sri Shankaracharya says that is not, that's only causes you palpitation when you take a rope to be a snake, but doesn't cause danger to your life. But if you take a snake to be a rope, it's very dangerous. This is what you are doing. You are holding on to a crocodile to cross the river. So therefore, you have to know what you are doing. You think you are very intelligent. If you have following what's going on in the world, the newspapers and the TV channels, you will know what our intelligence is giving us. The most successful people are continuously struggling to exist in their own positions. The more you have, the more is the insecurity, the more is the poverty. That's the subject I'm going to deal in the introduction. I'll come to it a little later. The more you have, the more is insecurity, the more is your poverty. We'll come to that. So here, this is a verse coming little later. We have done up to 130, but this particular verse is 137. But this is the heart of the text we are dealing. Therefore, I would like to tell you what it is and then go into the text after a little more introduction. Atra anatma aham iti mati bandha esha asya pumsaha praptaha ajanat ajnanat janana marana klesha sampata hetuhu yena evam ayam vakuhu idam asat satyam iti atma buddhya pushyati ukshati avati vishayehe tanubihi kosha krutvat. There are two worms. The spider is also a worm. It brings out saliva from it, builds a nest, and when it has to go, it takes back the nest into it and is free. So also, there are people, intelligent people, who make use of the word, yet do not get bound by it. They make the world to serve them. There is another worm, the silkworm. The silkworm. The silkworm, out of its saliva, brings out threads, goes on spinning over its own body. And that silk thread causes its death because the silk merchants, patronized by our ladies, especially South Indian ladies, right? Take all these worms, put into hot water and kill because they want that bread. One worm uses the world and enjoys. It knows when to bring out, when to withdraw. The other worm builds a cocoon onto itself and kills itself. So he says, Atra, in this place, Anatma Aham iti. What is not yourself? Atma is yourself. Anatma, not yourself. Atma, yourself, is eternal, immortal, blissful, conscious, non-dual, all-powerful entity. This is Atma. There is nothing other than you, none other than you. Anatma is the opposite of it. Atma is only one, that alone is there. So where is the question of Anatma being there at all? If Atma alone is there, where is the question of Anatma being there at all? That is because you are not seeing Atma, hence you are seeing Anatma. You are not seeing Atma, you are seeing Anatma. You are not conscious of your consciousness in sleep. Therefore, your mind projects multiplicity which is not there. Which is not there. In sleep, you alone are there. Where is the question of other things at all? But the mind projects. So whatever I am telling now is the highest put in simplest words. If you are not going to take them, munch them, and just casually listen like you listen in music kacheris, you are the loser. Every word is important, every word is connected. So, if you have said earlier, if Atma alone is there, where is the question of Anatma? In sleep, you alone are there, where is the question of the dream world? These two examples you have to compare. Even though you are there, because you have lost your identity as the one, in that ignorance, avarana, you project multiplicity, vikshepa. Vikshepa. Similarly, not seeing yourself as that one immortal, blissful, conscious, eternal existence, you see yourself as the multiple world of names and forms. Right? And you are, please do not miss one word, you are completeness, ever secure, blissful, You do not need anything from outside world. You are now dependent on the outside world that doesn't exist, just a projection of your mind like in the dream world, for your security, for your happiness. In that very pursuit, seeking it outside, you are missing what is there as you. Please mark my word, important. I didn't say in you. There is no in you, outside you. You alone are there. And your nature is bliss. Your nature is eternal. The very reason you are seeing it outside, you are missing yourself. The very reason you are seeing it outside, you are missing yourself. What are you doing then? You, like the silkworm, are causing your own death. You, like the silkworm, is causing your own death. You are the one who projected even your body, mind, and intellect through the vasanas. Om projecting through the V becomes the BMI. You are the one through the vasanas projected objects, emotions, and thoughts. OET. This BMI, identifying with OET, becomes the miserable individual ego, the jiva, PFT. BMI, body, mind, intellect. OET, objects, emotions, and thoughts. PFT, perceiver, feeler, and thinker. All what? My reflections. Through what? The vasanas. And I am eternal. I am conscious. I am seeking consciousness, deathlessness in body, mind, intellect, which are by nature mortal because they don't even exist. I am seeking in them. And how do I say, I am intelligent, I can manage my life, why do I need spirituality? I am intelligent, I can manage my life, why do I need spirituality? It's like the people who go on drinking. Several people told them, if you drink like this, you will get cirrhosis of the liver. They have not heard them. They said, I enjoy my life. I enjoy my life. You don't know how to enjoy. And one day they discover, the liquor said, you are enjoy. You are this joy to me because you are my food now. You are my food. And doctors have told them, one more peg, one more cigarette, you won't live. They said, sorry, I come to that stage, I can't stop. If I have to die, I have to die. This is called bondage. This is called bondage. This is called ignorance. Seeing things that are not there and in them seeking security. That whole thing is a reflection of yourself, which is called anatma. You are the atma whom you are holding on to this anatma for your security and happiness. And saying this anatma is aham, iti, mati. I am this. That causes bondage, bandha. Yesha, asya pumsaha, praptaha, ajnanat. Because of this, janana, marana, klesha, sampatahet. He gets birth, death, all struggles, klesha, dukkha, Sampata hetuhu yena eva ayam vapuhu idam asat satyamiti. This false, non-existent, illusory body, you say, this is me. Ayam iti, idam asat satyam iti, atma buddhya, thinking that you are that, pushyati, you pamper it, you feed it, uchati, you bathe it, avati, you protect it, visaye tanu tantubihi kosha krudvat, like this silkworm, like this silkworm. One in a million, or probably, okay, let me say 1 in 10,000. 1 in 10,000, because today there are, because of the good work by Chinmaya Mission, Ramakrishna Mission, and a lot of Mahatmas, the number of spiritual seekers have increased. Therefore, I will say 1 in 10,000, not 1 in a million. 1 in 10,000 starts inquiring and saying, where am I going? What am I doing? Where it will lead me? I don't have any freedom at all. What freedom do I have? The very billions I have makes me a slave. The very family that I have makes me a slave. The very position that I have makes me a slave. This body makes me its slave. Where am I going? What am I doing? What am I going to achieve? Starts inquiring. Goes to the master. That master says, Vivekachudamani, we come across in the beginning, it's Ma Vaishta Vidwan Tavanastya Paya. Don't get nervous, oh the enlightened man, because you are inquiring. Nasti Tava Apaya. You have no danger. You have no danger. Gurudev says beautifully, you think you are lost in a dream. But the truth is, you are dreaming you are lost. You are dreaming you are lost. So there is no danger. Goes to a teacher, gets the solution. And he has to tell the teacher what is his problem. He says, and all those things have been put into 7 questions, which is the whole theme of Vivekachudamani. The 49th verse, which we did earlier, 7 questions. Those questions is the complete theme of Vivekachudamani. Ko nama bandha. What is this bondage? Katamesha agataha. How did it come? Katam pratistasya. What is its foundation? Katam vibhokshaha. How do I get out of it? Kosavanatma. What is this anatma? Paramahka atma. What is that supreme atma? Tayoho vivekaha katameta dujjata. What is or how is their discrimination? O teacher, kindly tell me. Kindly tell me. This is the question. So these 7 questions is the subject matter. In that, the present topic is bandha, bandha, bondage. Bandha, bondage. How we get bound by our own stupidity, like the silkworm. Let us see a few examples. Physically, am I a free man? My body, but am I a free man? Right now, I like to visit a friend. If I have to do this, I cannot go there. So this takes my freedom of being there. I had to be in the class, I miss my glass. Right? Where is the physical freedom? I want to eat. I like sweets. I would like to eat every day 10. What happens? The sweet will eat you. Where is your freedom? Your money, your body, your body. Where is your freedom? Imagine the tragedy of somebody who owns 1,000 acres of sugarcane and he cannot take 1 spoon of sugar. Diabetes, heavy diabetes. Does he need a naraka? He has 1,000 acres of sugarcane. He cannot take 1 spoon of sugar. Does he need any other naraka? Eat a little, obesity. Don't eat, weakness. Stop exercising, all disease. Don't take bath, your tenant will vacate. That's a good thing, because he can't stand the stink. Right? Where is our freedom at the level of the body? At the level of the emotions? When did you ever feel you are free? All the time you are catering to the emotions of all your near and dear ones at the office, at the society, at the friends, because you want them to give their emotions. You are a slave depending on them. Intellect. Are you free? Today, one statement somebody makes innocently also, that man is killed or put in jail. Only one statement. Only one statement is enough. Where is your freedom? Bound by the body, mind, intellect, have no freedom at all. This is one aspect. Another aspect. I feel I deserve a better life. I deserve a better life. I should have a car, and that too, not ordinary cars. I deserve something which is extraordinary. I think Pugosis, right? Or designer made BMW, designer made. Otherwise, BMW also common. I need that. Please think carefully. And my friend says, I am going for a car. What car? Latest i20 has come, it looks beautiful. i20 car, 4.5 lakhs. This man's car is 5 crores, 6 crores. Now this man, when he feels he needs that car, he has poverty of that car. Please think. Because he doesn't have it. With that only he can become complete. With that only he can become complete. So his poverty level is 5 crores. Now my friend, I want Alto, that new Alto 20. His poverty is only 5 lakhs. Right? I say, why do I need any car? I have a big vehicle with 50 companions, chauffeur driven, and an attendant for me. My poverty is only 10 rupees a day. Right? So, who is defining your poverty? Your own desire. That which you think you need to make you full and complete is the very thing that makes you poor. Gurudev said a beautiful sentence. Number of desires entertained by number of desires fulfilled is the coefficient of happiness. I have 10 desires. I have fulfilled 8 of them. My coefficient of happiness is 0.75. I have 10 desires. I have fulfilled 8 of them. My coefficient of happiness is 0.75. Right? I have 10 desires. I have fulfilled 2. My coefficient of happiness is 0.20. I have 4 desires. I have fulfilled 3. My coefficient of happiness is 0.75. I have 4 desires. I have fulfilled 2. Coefficient comes down 0.50. I have no desire. I am happy with whatever I get. What is the coefficient? Is not 1. Is not 1. Mathematics, nominator by denominator, if it is 0, nominator by denominator 0, it is infinite. It's not 1. This is mathematics. So when I don't have desire, I am happy. My happiness is infinite. This car can go to anything. House, power, name and fame. This name and fame is a very peculiar thing. I want to be recognized as a good teacher. So I try to make you happy. Cut jokes, quote Sanskrit, right? And all, Western authors. What happens? I have given my respect and honor in your hands. I am dependent on you for my respect. I have made you greater than me. I have humiliated myself. Then why not others humiliate you? Why not others humiliate you? So you saw that all that you have, want to have, you depend on them for your happiness, are the very things that make you poor and a slave. What happens to the others? Sura mandira tarumula nivasa shayya bhutala majanam vasa sarva parigraha bhoga tyagaha kasya sukham nakaroti viraga. Sleeping under a tree in a temple, floor as his mattress, no worries in the mind, snores. What happiness he doesn't have. You have 40 by 24 bedroom. with a giant TV, giant fridge with all imported chocolates and a bar in the bedroom itself. You can't sleep. Several reasons. Tomorrow a business problem or tax problem, or somebody by mistake said you are a fool. He shouldn't have said it because nobody likes truth. Right? He said you are a fool. You can't sleep that day. You can't sleep that day. Whereas that man, Sura Mandira Taramula Nivasaha, and Shankara again says, Kaupina Vanta Kadubhagyavanta. How fortunate is that man who has only his possession loin cloth. Kaupina Vanta Kadubhagyavanta. Right? Somebody put it even simpler. I want happiness. Take off I and want, there is happiness. So this subject, what we are talking, is you are bound by your own mind. That's why somebody said, you are held hostage by your mind. You are held hostage by your own mind. Like the silkworm. You have to get released from it. Therefore, you have to know what is binding you. Anatma. You have to know what is Atma. Atma, Anatma, Vichara is called Viveka. Atma, Anatma, Vichara is called Viveka. You have to do that. Right? Therefore, our subject matter trying to tell us what is Anatma, what is Atma. About Atma, very little is said. About Anatma, most of it is said, because the problem is Anatma. You are identifying Anatma as Atma. Remove Anatma, what remains there for which you have not to do anything is Atma. Right? So, you don't have, this is a very important sentence, you don't have enemy outside you. Your enemy is your mind. This mind is formed by your desires. Your desires because you feel inadequate. You feel inadequate because you are identified with the limited. You identify with the limited because you have not the knowledge of the unlimited infinite that you are. Therefore, the whole problem is you and you and you. God can help you if the problem is genuine. God cannot help you. There is no problem. How can He help you? And He is sitting inside you. You are not recognizing. He has the entire happiness within Him. You are not recognizing. What can He do? You are indifferent to Him. 24 hours He is there in you. What all you are searching outside is for happiness. That happiness, in infinite measure, is in you. Because you may ask, if I don't have desires, how will I be happy? You don't have desires, there is no mind. When there is no mind, you are God. Because God plus mind is man. Man minus mind is God. And as God, you are infinite bliss. And when you are searching outside, when you are even worried, when you say, I have so much of worry, so much of problems, who is making you know that? God. Otherwise, you can't be conscious of them. And when God is there in you, who illumines even your worry, if you turn your attention to that God, how are you poor? How are you poor with Lakshmipati inside you? How are you poor with Lakshmipati inside? You are poor because of your choice. That's why Gurudev says another beautiful sentence. You are limited. You are limited by your belief because you believe in the limited. You are limited by your belief because you believe in the limited. So if you have known this, you are the source. And that's all built up by false data created by the mind. All that you have to do is detach from the mind. How do you detach from the mind? Focus your attention to the one who illumines the mind, the consciousness. You can do that, you can know. But to sustain it, you need love and devotion. Consciousness is a vague term. How can I have so much love and devotion? You understand that consciousness is Krishna. And this love should not be punctuated through negative tendencies. So see the same Krishna as the essence in all. See Krishna in you as your life. See the same Krishna in all. You have love for all. You see all as God. There is no mind. Where there is no mind, you are God. Right? This is the last class. You don't need anything more. Finished. Topic is over. And this I have been doing every class in introduction. It's not today only. If only you listen to my introduction in every class, 15-20 minutes, that is enough for all your life. One introduction is enough. One introduction is enough. And you think, let him do the introduction, I will go 10 minutes late. I won't miss. You have missed everything. But fortunately, our students have known this. Nobody comes late, mostly. They come only 1 minute, 2 minutes late. That doesn't matter. Right? So, Aparna is all attention and laughing. Right? Aparna is taking class, you know that. All right, great. So that is the subject matter we are dealing, and now I go into the text. He has said what is Atma and what is Anatma, and he said what is Atma, starting from 125, 124. What is Atma? Simple. One factor, if you know that is Atma, that's enough. Two factors. One, because of which all our actions are possible. Physical and perceptions, everything is possible because of that. One factor. Second factor, what is common in all the changes? Your childhood body change, youth body change, old age body change, but you still remember all the three. If you had not been there, experiencing all the different stages, you not being different, memory is not possible because only the one who experienced can remember. Similarly, your waking dream and deep sleep state, the waking ego is not there in dream, the dream ego is not there in deep sleep, yet you remember all the waking dream and deep sleep. So you should have been present in all the waking dream and deep sleep state. That is you. That is Atma. That is Atma. So that was said. And having said that, now he is again talking in 131. Yeshu antaratma purusha purano nirantarakhanda sukhanubhuti sadeka rupaha pratibodha matru yene sita vagasavaccharanti. The two factors I said are said here again in this verse. Because of him, your all karmendriyas, represented by vak, asavaha, breathing, pranas, they all take place because of him. And how do you recognize? Pratibodha matro. You are thinking. Thoughts are going with you. Who is illumining the thoughts? Who is illumining the thoughts? It's that consciousness. So with every thought, the consciousness is there. Detach from the thought and see the one who is illumining, the source of the thought. The source of the thought. This is your inner core, Purushaha, the one who is in this nine-gated city, Puri, Puranaha, very origin of time, Nirantara Akanda Sukhanubhuti, who is unpunctuated, nothing in between, no mediate, immediate, unpunctuated, immediate, total happiness, Sukhanubhuti, Sadeka Rupaha, who is absolute existence. Atraiva Sattvatmani Dhigruhitya Maya Krutakasha Ushat Prakasha Akasha Uchchehi Ravivat Prakashate Swatejasa Vishwamidam Prakashayan. In this very body, he is there and he can be recognized through sattva in your intellect. He is reflected in the intellect, and sattvic intellect is there all the time. And he is unaffected by them. He illumines everything, like the sun who illumines the entire world, being totally detached from the world. Jnata mano aham kriti vikriyanam dehendriya prana kriti kriyanam ayognivattan anuvattamano na chestate no vikaroti kinchanam. Jnata, the knower of what? Manaha, ahankaraha, vikriyaha, or modifications, deha, indriya, prana, the one who knows all their functions and identifying with them. Like what? Red hot iron ball, red hot fireball. When fire overpowers or pervades an iron ball, it becomes red hot fireball. Fire has no form. Iron has no heat. Iron has no heat. Fire has no form. Both got mixed up and you say red hot fireball. Similarly, I am existence, beautiful. After that, you say so and so. Atma, Anatma, body mixed up. This body borrows I am and says I am so and so. That I am borrows the shape of this body. A mix up. This is called adhyasa, superimposition. Superimposition. Na jayate, na mriyate, na vardhate, na chiyate, no vikaroti nityaha, viliyamanopi vapusyamasmin, na liyate kumbhayivambaram swayam. What has been said in the last sloka also, here also. One thing is very important. It is blessing all your activities, but it is not affected by any one of them. It is that which gives you life, but when this body drops, nothing happens to it. Like the pot space, when the pot is broken, the space is not destroyed. When this body falls, the self is not destroyed. And your sorrows, your inadequacies, your limitations, nothing affects you. And that you are. So what you have to do? Own that. And disown the thing that is giving you false image. Own what you are. Disown what you are not. That's Vivekachudamani. Atma is yourself. Anatma, you are not. Mind is worrying, mind is jealous, mind is angry. That's mind. Why do you mind it? That's mind. It should not matter to you. Don't try to do anything with that. Mind is worry. Yeah, say mind is worry. I'm in an angry mood. Yeah, yes, say that and disown it. This stupid mind, you say. Yeah. Either you disown the mind or everybody will disown you. Because the person who identifies with the mind has likes and dislikes. So you will have friends and enemies. Prakriti Vikriti Bhinnaha Shuddha Bodha Swabhavaha Sade Asade Idam Asesham Bhasayan Nirvesesha Velasati Paramatma Jagadadi Yushu Avasthasu Aham Iti Sakshat Sakshi Rupena Buddhe. This Paramatma is there as Sakshi Rupa, witness of what all is happening in all your avasthas. Jagrata avastha, Swapna avastha, Sushupti. Total everything is your avastha. In that avastha, he is illumining everything but not affected. Right? And he is beyond all modifications and all temperaments, all gunas. And he is the one who illumines gross world, subtle world, everything. Why both are said? He illumines everything, but he is not affected. When you say he illumines everything, that's the way to find him out. What is it that illumines? Why? When does he say? Why does he say he is not affected? For you to know that which does not change. That which does not change. Also, for you to feel the security of it. Niyamita manasa amumtum swamatmanam atmani aham iti sakshat vidhi buddhi prasadat jani marana tarangapara samsara sindhum pratara bhavakrutardo brahma rupena samstha. What compassion of the master in putting these things as if he is begging us. He is begging us. I will read the translation, you will understand. With a regulated mind and a purified intellect, realize your own self within this body. Identify yourself with it. Cross the shoreless ocean of samsara, whose waves are births and deaths. Become blessed by getting firmly established in Brahman, which is your own essence. So he is asking you as though you are doing him a favor. Right? As though he wants something from you. But you have no ears for him. And even when you listen or you come to classes, one of the things that you do, several things, you do not know its importance. Now, what is bondage? He said in 137. Atra, I have said it already, so I don't have to go, but I will read it out. Atra anatmani ahamiti matir bodha yeshosya pura prapto gnana ajnana marana klesha sampata hetu yena ayam papuhu idi asati satyamiti atma buddhya pushyati uchati avati Visayehi tantubi koshakrutam, like the silkworm, you try to wound yourself with anatma. Atasmin tad buddhihi. This is the definition of adhyasa. Atasmin tad buddhihi. That which is not real, that which is not yourself, that which is not the eternal. Tad buddhihi, thinking that to be real, that to be the eternal, that to be yourself. Atasmin tad buddhihi is the simplest, shortest definition of adhyasa. Prabhavati vimudasya tamasa viveka bhavat vai purati bhujage rajju dishana. And this is the example I told you. Bhujage rajju dishana. You take the snake to be the rope. If you take the rope to be snake, it's only fear. But if you take the snake to be rope, it will kill you. And that's what you are doing with the world. Every morsel you eat takes your life in experiencing that. Through every experience, you are spending your years, your 1 hour you have spent in the class. Your life is shortened by 1 hour. Every experience, every minute, your life is shortened. And this is what you are wanting. I want this tomorrow. I want that. What do you mean? Tomorrow I want. I want tomorrow to come nearer means I want death to come nearer me. How stupid we are in all our expectations. Tato anarthavato nipatati samadhatu radhikaha. With this false notion, holding on to it, one falls asat grahaha, because he is holding on to the asat. Asat grahaha nahi bhavati bandha srunu sakhehi. Sahi bhavati bandha. That man is bound. The man who takes anatma to be atma, like the snake to be the rope, and asat to be sat, that removed atma, doctorate in foolishness, tamasa through ignorance, viveka abhavaha, lack of discrimination, he nipatati, false. Hiro bhute swatmani amalatara tejovati puman atmanam mohadahamiti shiriram kalayati tataha kama krodha prabhritibhi amum bandhana gunehe param vikshepakya rajasa purushakti vyadayati. What are all your troubles, he says? First, through tamas, you conceal your identity. Through tamas, that's called avarana. And through that, non-apprehension, misapprehension is created that you are the body. Shariram kalayati. Non-apprehension of the reality causes misapprehension of the reality. You are the body. That is avarana. Through that, your vikshepa, your agitations, your multiplicity, your plurality starts. Tataha, what are all the things that give you sorrow? Kama, krodha, prabhutivihi, amum, bandhana guno. These are the things that bind you. Kama, krodha, etc. means lobha, moha, mada, mascharya, etc. Param, vikshepakya, rajasa, urushakti, yadayati. These are all born out of rajas. Tamoguna, avarana. Rajoguna, vikshepa. Tamoguna, avarana. Rajoguna, vikshepa. Kama, krodha. Kama, desire. Are you peaceful when you have desire? Krodha, are you happy when you are angry? Are you happy when you are angry? Are you happy when you have desire? Are you happy when you are greedy? Are you happy when you are jealous? Are you unhappy when you have love? Now it's your choice. God bless us. Mahamoha grasana galitatma avagamano dhiyo nanavastam swayam abhinayam tat gunataya apare samsare vishapure jaranidau nimajyon madayam Ramati Kumatihi Kuchitagatihi. This fellow Kumatihi of a dull intellect, Kuchitagatihi, and seeks and chooses a calamitous state. Why? His intellect has been perverted, his discrimination is being swallowed. Mahamoha graha grasana. Mahamoha, this serpent of great delusion, grasana, swallowed, galita, atma, avagamanaha, this knowledge of the self, dhiyoho, nana avastam, in all the waking dream and deep sleep state, it assumes different egos, and apare, samsare, vishapure, charanidau, and you get drowned into this endless, shoreless ocean of samsara. Bhanu. And how did this all come? This beautiful note. Bhanu prabhasa sanjanita abhrapantihi Bhanu tirodhai grumbate dha atmeodita ahandruvi atmatattvam tatha tirodhaya grumbate swayam. It's a cloudy day. I cannot see the sun. The clouds are formed by the sun. And cloud is too small. You can touch them if you are going to Tirupati also. You can see the clouds below you. Right? Aeroplane, you can see them below you. They are so small. Sun is many times bigger than Earth. How can this tiny cloud, cover the sun? Cloud covers your eye. And the cloud is also formed by the sun. Similarly, this ahankara, when the ego, when the Atman pierces through the senses, there comes a ghost which has no locus. On enquiry, you find it has no locus. I see, I hear, I eat, I enjoy, I do. This is created by that Om itself, reflecting through the vasanas. How does this example help you? When the cloud moves, sun is visible. When this cloud of false identification moves from you, I am the doer and the enjoyer, that Atman, the self, is clear. Kavalita dinanade durdina sandra meghe yatayati hima janja vayu urugro yataitan avirita tamasatmam ani amavrite moda buddhihi chapayati bahu dukkhe tivra vikshepa shakti. This vikshepa shakti, this agitating thing, Chapayati, he throws you into that. Kavalita dinanade durdina sandre. How? When the clouds have covered the sun, what happens? Yadayati, you are tormented by what? Hima janja vayurugro, shivering from the winds of cold weather. Because the sun is thick. So also, this ajnana covers yourself and you are shivering by the winds of all your negative tendencies. Etabhyam eva shiktibhyam bandha punsa samagataha yabhyam vimohito deham matva atmanam ramayati ayam. Because of these two powers, avarna and vikshepa, this person imagines himself to be an atma, and through this he is vimohitaha, he is intensely deluded. through these two powers. What are the two powers? Avarana and Vikshepa. Bijam samsruti bhumi jayasya tamo dehatmadhihi ankuro ragaha pallavam ambukarmatu vapuhu skando asavaha shakikaha agrani indriya samhati cha vishayaha pushpani dukkam palam nana karma samudbhavam bahuvidam bhuktatra jivakagaha. You are that bird enjoying on this tree of life. You, Kagaha, you are that bird enjoying on this tree of life. What is it? What is that tree? Ignorance is the seed of this samsara vriksha. Body identification is the sprout. Desires are its tender leaves. Work is its water. Because water means work produces vasanas. Therefore, water. The body is its trunk. The pranas are its branches. The sense organs are the twigs. Where did you read something similar? 15th chapter of Gita and Kathopanishad. Same thing has been said. Ajnanamulo ayanatma bandhuho anatma bandhuho naisargikoho anadihi ananta ivitaha janma api janmapya vyadhi jaradi dukkha pravaha patam janayati amushya. This bondage is caused by the not self, springs from ignorance. And it has no beginning, no end. That is not literally true. No beginning ajnana, but end is there when you get knowledge. But it says that this has no end for this tree of samsara. This samsara tree, it continues. Though individuals get enlightened, individual ignorance ends. But the total Prakriti goes on and the world goes on. Therefore, figuratively, it has no beginning and no end. But individual ignorance has no beginning but has an end. न अस्त्रैहि न शस्त्रैहि अनिलेन वक्निना छेत्तुं न शक्यो न च कर्मकोटिभिः विवेक विज्ञान महासिना विना धातु प्रसादेन सितेन मंजुना. You cannot destroy this ignorance and discover this self through astras, weapons, na shastras. The through astra is formula oriented. Mantras. Shastra is weapons. Na anilena, burning through fire. Vaknina. Chetum, cutting it through sword. Nacha karma kotevihi, through endless actions. But how do you end this ignorance and discover the thing? Viveka vijnanam manjuna, dhatu prasadena sitena. Dhatu prasadena. Through a pure mind and intellect, sitena sharpened, manjuna viveka vijnana mahasina, of that beautiful sword of discrimination, of that beautiful sword of viveka, vichara. Through that only you can destroy this ignorance and discover the self that you are. So the emphasis is on viveka and vichara, not through karma. Shruti pramana ekamatehe swadharmanishta tatevapma visuddhirasya visuddha buddhehe paramatma vedanam yeneva samsara molanashaha. This samsara molanashaha, this destroying of this samsara is possible through Shruti pramana, through Shabda pramana, through Guru's words. And follow your dharmic life, swadharmanishta, taeva atma visuddhi. Through that you purify yourself. And with that purified mind, Paramatma Vedanam, you shall discover the ultimate truth. Koshe Annamayadyehi Panchabhiratma Nasamrute Bhavati Nijashikti Samutpanne Shaivala Patale Vivambu Vapistam. Like the mass covers the waters in the well or the pond, your Panchakoshas have covered this Atman. Like the mass means M-O-S-S, Pasi, covers the waters. These five kosha abhimana, they have covered your self. And the mass is created by the waters only. Ajnana is also created by your own self. So what do? Tat chaiva alapanaye samyak sarilam pratiyate shuddham krishna santapaharam tadyaha saukya pradhanam param pumsaha. If you want clear water, clear the mass. If you want to see the self, clear the confusions created by wrong identifications. And purifying yourself of Krishna, desire, and their torments, right? And enjoy Saukyapadam, that blissful state. Panchanapi koshanam apavade vibhatyayam shuddhaha nityanandaika rasaha pratyak rupaha param swayam jyotihi. When you have detached from the five koshas, this is Swayam Prakasha. It will reveal itself. When the clouds move, the sun reveals itself. When the identification of the five koshas is gone, you will discover yourself to be that sun. And that is what you have to try. And that we will see Monday. So, thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om, Hari Om, uncle.